Shout out to my boy Zachary. Just the collectibles. He scummed him over Zachary.
Dude.
Scumbagged him. Straight up scumbagged him.
We'll get into that. We'll have a figure beef episode, and we'll talk all the figure beef we can.
Mutant liberation begins.
What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back, baby. We got Toy Wars episode 2. I got my host, Marvel at My Toys, myself, Cletus Selden, and we got some good news coming. Got some, little bad news, but we got some good news. We heard your feedback from the last episode from Marvel at My Toys' actual microphone, which he has fixed, correct?
Yes, I got a microphone. Should be much better audio quality today.
That sounds fantastic. I also fixed, I actually paid for the StreamYard, so I fixed something too. Punky's in the background walking around in tank top, so if you boys are lucky, you get a little sneak peek, whatever. I don't know. It's free entertainment for you guys tonight, or in the morning or afternoon. Who knows what time you're going to watch this. So we're going to get into it. First with our pickups. I'm going to film with this camera. Hopefully it doesn't go out and so on and so forth. So let's see how it goes. Any pickups this week?
Yeah, I got the hard to find Red Hulk. I got my number 2. So now I can open one up, put one in the package. And then we got a hot one from Mezco, the new Spider-Man Far From Home figure. I love this guy. If you want to see a review, you can see it on my channel. But Mezco keeps getting better and better with their Spider-Man figures. The first one is a little weird. The second one, like the homemade suit, was a little better. And now they just have the suit dialed in. They're absolutely the best.
Wow, that sounds dope. As you say, the quality gets better, but so does the pricing. Why is that considered the deluxe? I didn't really get into it that much.
Yeah, I don't. So it has an extra. I would grab it. It has a Spider-Man web, like a web trap.
Okay.
It's a web base, but it doesn't really fit anywhere on the piece. But it's the first time Mezco has ever done that. So I think they just gave you some new accessories. There's like a web accessory that wraps around his face, just like if you got the Black Spider-Man Kraven the Hunter 2-pack, I think it came with something similar. Okay. But just the accessories, there's really nothing else special about the figure to make it $10 more, but whatever.
Was that 120 or one? What was the price on that?
This was only 90, so they didn't go up a whole lot with this one. This is only 90, but it was an exclusive from the San Diego Comic-Con.
It's rough too because you got to buy it off their website, which you can't get no free shipping and so on and so forth.
Yeah, the crashes. Have you had issues with them crashing every time you try to order an exclusive? Have you ever had that issue?
Yo, I finally got I got the Gomez. It was definitely having issues, even just pushing PayPal. I had to hop onto the credit cards, debit cards, and just started to be like, yo, that one ain't work. Give me another card.
Me too, man. What I've decided to do every time, because it worked for me once, is when you get a failed payment, add a new credit card, even if it's the same credit card, and it always takes it. So I just do that I have like 50 credit cards on their website. They're all the same freaking card.
All right. Get down to it, boys. Don't miss out those exclusives. Pretty pumped, pretty excited. That's awesome. You got delivered this week, obviously.
Yeah, that got delivered. I got an extra one of those. I got one for a homie, and he got it off of me because he wasn't able to order one. And then this guy, I did a supply run at Target, and they had one on the shelf. So I said, you know what? It's coming home with me.
You got the two of the 3 hottest items of the week, basically. The only other one I can say would be the Taskmaster. Everybody's been hunting down at their Targets. I went hunting for one just yesterday, just messing around, did not find it. And then I kind of backed out of it. I don't think I want to get it because I don't want to get the MCU stuff, which you're into, though.
Yeah, I got a text message this morning. Actually, I was going to pull it up. My buddy texted me. He was at Target this morning. And he found one. So I'm like, I should have been out. The coronavirus is messing up my toy hunting game, man.
Man, I think that's messing up everybody's game. I was still hunting yesterday. I was supposed to get my car done. So instead of sitting there waiting like everybody else, I went and ran to a GameStop. I picked up the Colossus and Juggernaut 2-pack from there for $60. Ran there and I was like, hey, you guys have any bags so I can put this in my backpack so I don't ruin it? They're like, nah. He's like, I got you a garbage bag. Wrap me a nice big garbage bag. Put in my backpack. I get back there. They're like, oh, it's not done yet. I said, all right. I ran to Target and looking for that Taskmaster, and I didn't find it. I was talking to another gentleman I knew that saw his name Big J, And he and I are talking. I'm like, I'm looking for Black Widow. Some old man comes up to me and hands me the Black Widow figure. I'm like, oh, thanks. He must have been listening to my conversation when I come in there. And he's like, yeah, I'm looking for a Taskmaster. I was like, you're like 65 years old.
Was it the Target exclusive, the white one, or was it just the one from the wave?
Oh, it's probably the white one. I guess I don't know what it was. White, it had a white outfit
I think
on.
Target got an exclusive, Walmart got an exclusive, and they're like the gray and the black, and then the regular one comes in the wave. I don't know which one is which, but there's like 3 different Black Widows out right now.
That sounds like every action figure company in the whole world. They just love putting as many Black Widows from Hot Toys to Mezco. Well, Mezco don't got it, but Legends
Yeah,
and
Maplex, SH Figure Arts, why do they do all that? They put out 5 or 6 versions of her.
man, that's sick. That's ridiculous, and they're not cheap at all. Thank God and amen to that. But the whole point was, I got to see some other guy, 60 years old. He says he's been collecting since the beginning of it all. He's been collecting the beginning of the first wave ever. He has everyone. He doesn't sell them. He used to have a shop, and I was like, hey. He's like, yeah, he's like, I don't like when they release new items that have been previously, built as a build-a-figure, and now they're releasing as a regular figure. He's like, kids like you, these newbies are out there. I'm like, whoa, calm down, old man, calm down. He's awesome.
I mean, this is an old build-a-figure. It's not the exact same mold, but the first Red Hulk was a build-a-figure. So
how long ago was that, would you say?
Like 14 or 15, 2014, 2015.
Wow, so it's been a few years. So it's big upgrades, though. You're getting a big upgrade by doing that.
It's not like the Venom. The Venom is just the exact same mold. They put a new paint job on it, and you get Monster Venom for $30.
Damn. And he's everywhere as not your store, but everywhere online. Like you can buy it off Amazon, you can buy it off GameStop, you can buy it off basically any website right now. It's in stock in their stores, but nowhere in store. And I like to find them in store. That's like my thing. I gotta find them in store. I also got some Funko Pops from Emerald City Comic Con last week, the Millhouse and the Triclops from Master Universe. It's a good investment pop to go with some figures in the past. You're not too much about the Pops, right?
No, the thing about Pops is I knew if I started, I would just start collecting everything. So I avoid that.
Smartest man on the planet. Smart and collect a game. What else did we get? Oh, I put my first orders in for my Marvel Legends. My first orders have been officially in. I got the Gray Hulk come in. I got a Nightcrawler. I need it for my wave. I got, who else was there? The Green Hulk, Wolverine.
The Green Hulk, did you get the one on the retro card back, or did you get the one in the 2-pack with
2-pack? I got them in a 2-pack. I was more than happy with that. What I didn't want to do was get into the Marvel Legend game and start going right at the beginning off those secondary market ones. I wanted to find everything that I can at retail before I plunge into picking up these other ones.
Yeah, good luck. Don't get into the Marvel Cinematic Universe stuff, because if you go back to like the Guardians of the Galaxy waves, the Ragnarok waves, there's some expensive ones. They like want $100 for hella these days.
Gotta switch over to this camera. Punky putting too much nudity out there, just kidding. That camera this one died on me last second. I didn't want to get into any of the MCU stuff, so this is why it kind of works. I only want comic book characters. Because it's I feel like I'm a little bit more. There's less for me to collect because watching all those MCU movies, every couple months, there might be another Black Widow or another Nick Fury or another Spider-Man, because they all combine together and so frequently. I'm glad that I kind of did not go in that route. I got the Hot Toys. Is that enough? Can that be enough?
Yeah, that's a better version anyways.
Oh, good. So besides that, I went to about 27 stores, 20 Walgreens. I got the $10 holla on the Walgreens exclusive $10 off figures. I bought about a decent size amount of figures. I found like 5 Obi-Wans and the Commander ones, and then just basically almost everything I was ever in search of.
You found the 2 of the Stepford Cuckoos, right?
Yeah, I found 2 of those that I knew they were new, and I was surprised that I saw them. So I got 2 of the 3 of them. They have really great head sculpts, but they were pretty detailed, and I was like, wow. Just getting the Marvel Legends, you kind of, or Marvel Legends All Black Series, you kind of appreciate what they got there. I was like, oh, well, that's pretty good compared to that one over there, like the Medusa. I'm like, oof, Woof.
The Medusa's a peg warmer, man. My Walgreens has like 5 or 6 of them still for the past year.
There is no more of a peg warmer than the Wasp.
Oh yeah, you're right. You're
Yo, that flocking figure, I hate it. I can't stand. I'm sick of the Wasp. Everyone I went to, and so with Funko Pops, what they did was, if the Funko Pops were still on the shelf and it's filled, they won't bring the stock in from the back. And they won't discount these things for like $1 because you can't give that Wasp away. Like, I'm like, no, please, God, no. I give these away to someone else. It's going to cost me money to get rid of your stuff if you even give me that, because I have to give them away to somebody that got to ship them.
Do you have Walmarts or Targets around that'll discount them to like $2?
I haven't been in the game that long yet.
Okay. They will get there eventually. That's what my Walmart does. If like the Wasp, it got down to $250. The Walmart exclusive Captain Marvel got down to $250. They had 50 of them on the shelf. So just wait it out.
$250, and we just throw away, just need to build a figure out.
And they cost more than that to make and buy. So I don't know how they get away with it, but $250
yeah.
all day.
I had a little bit of rant at that in a video today. I was like, I went to Five Below. They got Black Series figures for $5, meaning they're selling at $5 for a profit. Somehow. They're not selling it to give it away.
Yeah.
While you go over to GameStop, they starting them out at $30 and then marking them down to 24 to 22. I'm like, how much of this is why you guys are going to go under. It's why it's just what it is. It is what it is. And they continue to do so. Even with the coronavirus, they had them actually still working as an essential store. Yeah, I posted up.
Essential retail is what they're calling it.
That's crazy. It's crazy. Best Buy did it right. The Best Buy, what they did was you could have 10 people. That's it in the store. So you had to wait outside for the next ones to come in. I'm online. I said this story on my live stream, and I'm online, and they go, all right, what are you here for? The guy in front of me is like, Geek Squad. What are you here for? A freezer. What are you here for? An attack. What are you here for? Action figures. Excuse me? Marvel Legends. They're like, I'm like, the toys. We got someone in for the toy section. What? Toys? I'm like, yeah, I roll up. I got my Uggs on. I'm rolling. So look at the toys, pop my phone, just start recording. You got nothing I want, thanks. Yeah, it was embarrassing. We roll up pretty dirty, but
only person in the store.
Man, it was brutal. But let's get into it. I hope everybody's enjoying themselves, being home, getting some stuff done that you couldn't get normally done. Hopefully, you got no kids a little bit. Maybe get some freedom. I got girlfriend's home. She's doing a thing. But we're going to start this out first with, we'll start with the Funko Pops. WonderCon. We missed the Funko Pops last time.
Yeah, the Funko realm. I don't keep up with it as much, so I'm interested to see what came out.
All right. You're ready, baby. So Funko has revealed their WonderCon. It was supposed to be taking place, I think it was like, this is what their upcoming releases were going to be for the convention. It's in Anaheim. It's something they do every year, and it was kind of a disappointment on what completely happened to everything. But out of all the companies that we have seen taking place with this virus, Funko is the only one to actually keep contributing to all of them. I know they are stationed out of Vietnam. I believe they come over here. From there. So China has nothing to do with it. And they are continuing to fill up the shelves. They also had a Funko Shop exclusives. They had more than one. This was the one that you just saw was for St. Patrick's Day. The one with the fantastic plastic one, that was released yesterday. And then you had the Happy Gilmore Pops also being released. It was quite an adventure on that. And as their exclusives for the WonderCon, they got the 20 stickers on there. You got the Disney, you got the Boba Fett, another one. Then these right here are probably one of my favorite ones. If you guys seen my stud and dud video, those original Pokemon Pops that I said were duds are now studs. So go pick up those studs from Emerald City Comic Con. You got some DC stuff, Troll stuff, Soda stuff. You got the Chase new Soda thing. They're pushing them pretty hard. And then they
those soda ones. Do you actually get a can of soda, or is that like the packaging?
That's the packaging. When I went to Toy Fair, I had to ask the Brian Mariotti, the CEO. I was like, do they actually keep those? Why didn't the freeze? Like, oh, it's just for display. I was like, oh, okay. And then they came up with an apron for cooking. So there was some good stuff here. They keep it to the themes, you know, they kept in place. I liked it, actually.
One thing I will say about Funko is their licensing game is better than anybody else's on the market. They have every license, every exclusive, anything and everything you want. They have a pop for it.
Yeah, that's why I got really into it very hard. And they don't make those first and secondary characters. They go fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh guy in the back. They're like, oh, there he was. Make his ass.
Yeah. One episode he appeared, we'll make him, you know?
One episode, yeah, in the back. Not even an episode. They got it on there. And they kill it with that. My Marvel doesn't collect them because he knows what will happen, right?
It's a rabbit hole. I can't fall down that rabbit hole. I will say though, I had a bunch of Trolls figures when I was a kid, and those Troll pops look exactly like the Troll dolls from when I was a kid. So I may grab one or two of them.
Go for the exclusives. Go for the exclusives. Just do that. You can't go wrong with the exclusives, and if you do, the line totally is dead. My favorite line, I gotta say, there's a few of them. Besides the sports line, I like the Nickelodeon line. They have the 90s Nickelodeon line, and off the charts. Simpson line, Looney Tune line, even this new Pokemon Flock stuff out. The exclusives are gonna kill it. So I think I might have to grab those. My feet.
Nickelodeon. What was your show? What was
they got the Hey Arnolds out there. They got the they have Hey Arnold, probably one of my favorite. They got the Real Monsters. They got the Rugrats. Cat Dog they have out as well.
Like this Cat Dog.
They got them. They got it all, man. I can't help myself. I'm like a crackhead. I need more. I need more. I'm like, yo, it's just and I'm glad that I've only fallen in love with certain lines now, because if you do, they don't keep adding on to it. Like if you were watching like Star Wars or a My Hero Academia, this TV show that's going on right now. They just keep adding on it. The pop ad icons that I like also are the ad icon ones, but only the cereal ones now. So I'm trying to just keep it just.
Those are hard to get, and they're super expensive, man. The Flock Tiger and all that. What are you doing there?
I got two of them.
God bless, man.
Well, I got two of not the Flock, but the two of the Funko Shop 3000 pieces, but the 3500. I think the other one's a 4000. The other one, yeah, I got one graded. I got one on the shelf. I got we buy them. You buy them. I got them like $100 back in the day. So,
yeah, those famous cereal ones. Those are the hardest ones to get now, man.
Yeah, don't fall down that rabbit hole, young man. You either collect that or you collect nothing. You collect that or nothing. And we talked about yesterday in a live stream. Like, what do you think of fig pins? For me, if you're going from Funko Pops into something else, you want fig pins? That's cool. If you're going into Funko Pops into an action figure, you'll never pick up a fig pin ever again. Like you'll be like, nah, fig pin's not for me. I probably pretty much explained that in the last live stream the other night, because once you get the action figure in hand, you see how much enjoyment you get out of it, see how much time you play with it, sitting on your couch, putting up a display, moving it around. It's nothing else. And I appreciate what you guys do. Fig pins can cost from $10. And then what I really don't like about it too is the secondary market is not organic. It's all from collectors trying to push it as much as they can, like for just collecting, for not for the passion of it, obviously the pin, but just for the value. They're just trying to make the value there, and it's not organic. So I've been staying away from it.
It's like football cards, basketball cards.
Yeah, I'm staying highly away, and that's not usually me. We can get into, what do you want to get to, Mezco or Marvel Legends Black Series stuff?
Let's do Mezco first. There's only one thing, and then we'll go to some of the Black Series, the Legends, and then the Hot Toys. Hot Toys is the bangers this week, man. They got a bunch of good stuff coming out.
So we got the Mezco Planet of the Apes, folks. Planet of the Apes. This kind of tells you, for me at least, the age of the actual owners and the designers inside the company, because it is a interesting character and wave that they brought in. You want to speak about it?
I couldn't agree more, man. It's like, not only do they go back to the original Planet of the Apes, but they give us a pretty obscure character from the movie. So you get Dr. Zaius as your very first. I figured we would have got a couple other characters before we saw Dr. Zaius. I'm a fan of those old movies, like the Charlton Heston ones. I think that's still one of the best twist endings in Hollywood. But very surprised to see a line of action figures from this movie coming out in 2020.
Yeah, that's like a complete curveball, complete everything because we are dying for more Marvel stuff, more DC stuff for myself. Or another license that would be like, wow, look what they did. And to see a Planet of the Apes from a very old film that I never really enjoyed, but I liked the updated version. I think who's the Wahlberg's in it.
Yep.
And I watched that I actually bought a DVD back in the day, and I liked it. Not to the point where I needed a, 6.5-inch figure or 6-inch figure of it. And I don't know if you can use it like as put them in the background and it'll look cool. Like, I don't know.
Mean, it's pretty much standalone until you get some of the other characters from the movie. It's going to be a weird spot in the collection, man. Just a single figure, a very high end figure of a character that not a lot of people are familiar with in 2020.
Absolutely. They should have went with the new one. That new is that the new Planet of the Apes movies, right? They got the 3 of them, two of them, about to come another one.
Yep.
Those movies, they're awesome with Caesar and all those guys.
Yeah.
It's off the charts.
If you want to make me some big ass gorillas with face paint and like cool accessories, I'll buy that.
Absolutely, because you could put them in the background. You could only build them up. They look ridiculous. They have the updated 20. I don't know when the movie came out, like, I don't know, 2010 and up kind of films where you can be like, wow, they have updated styles. They got beautiful faces. You could definitely swap out their heads, give us a little multiple heads, swap out to an angry mouth, big gorillas, 2-packs. I'm down for that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And then we get Dr. Zayas.
Here's this old ass Dr. Zayas.
with these paddles and damn. Also, they have gave us people who bought the bundle off their site for their Toy Fair exclusive that had the gold Gomez in a Dakota ring. Everybody got a ring. And with that, they started sending out some emails for you to sign up for it, which I did. You did as well, right?
Yep, I'm already signed up.
Got it right there. And today they announced a code that you could actually go out and try to figure out, which is perfect. We actually have nothing else to do, literally. So they sent out this code in the email. It says, take your ring, turn it this way, turn it that way, this way. Problem was they actually told you what the code is. So I didn't even take the ring out. I just go, oh, it says Gomez on it. All right. They said, look in the future for more things. So I'm excited to see what they got. I hope it's not more jewelry or more gold stuff. I hope it actually has to go to an exclusive, maybe another Gomez with a ring on it. What's your thoughts?
I think it'll be exclusive figures and stuff, or maybe discounts. Like you'll get a discount from their website exclusively. What I was thinking, because I actually got a bundle and then I got an extra because they put them back up. So I have 2 of these rings now. Will I be able to use both of them, or will it work with just one? I'm a little confused on exactly how it's going to work.
How'd you get? So you got 2 different emails, I'm guessing.
Yeah, 2 different emails. I used a different account, but when I put them back up, I made a second Mezco account, and I just got another one because the figure's too nice. They give you all these extras. I mean, honestly, I would pay $200 for the Gomez figure. So to pay $200 and get 2 other 5 points figures, the ring, the stickers, the patches, I thought it was a great deal. So I grabbed me an extra one, and I'm curious as to what I'm going to get with this ring bonus.
Yeah, if you take away the tax and the shipping, you got a home run box right there. You take away those 2 things, you got a Gomez, you got everything in it for $200. Well worth. You take away those 2 other things, it is what it is. But it's off the charts. I asked that because I ordered 5 of them. I only got 1 email, but it was on the same account, so makes sense. Hey, I missed out on the other ones. I got to catch up.
Though I guarantee you, and I'm not like trying to be a scalper or whatever, but I guarantee you in like 2 years that gold Gomez is going to be $400 or $500 still.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm going to hopefully trade it for some of the ones I missed out, like the Lone Roach. You got the whole collection. So, Jill, I'm about to trade some 1/6 stuff for the goddamn Gomez.
Yeah, that's the craziest thing, man. And not all Mezcos are like that. It's really just the exclusives, any version of Punisher or the Gomez stuff. We'll trade for a hot toy.
You own any Punisher stuff?
I have 2 of them. I have the original Punisher that you can't find these days, And then I have the Special Ops Punisher
Yeah.
that came out in 2018 as a Comic-Con exclusive.
Yeah, I got that Special Ops. It usually goes around $200, $225. You can go out there, you can find it. Definitely one of my favorite ones that they definitely made. So let's hop over into. You're not a big SH figure walk guy. I kind of am. I got to say that. Dragon Ball Z came out with 2 figures where you can only get them off their website, Tamashi's like premium website that you can pre-order them. Normally they get released everywhere, and it's never a problem. So I was kind of like disappointed with that. And they also announced they teased it, their Batman, their Instagram account. I was like, all right. Not pretty cool. Obviously they kind of showed just a little bit on what their works. I also wanted to show this too. This is the only company that actually posted their delays. They actually went on, if you go on their website, they go, this is the figures that are going out, but these are the ones that are delayed. So expect there to be delays on that. I thought that was a wonderful thing. I wish all the companies did. Every single company would go out there and do this just to write what's going up. We just want an update in a few words, just like SH Figure Arts, Tamashi Nations did. You can see all the delayed products right there, which was great. You are not into 2 things, Dragon Ball Z and DC.
Yeah, but to the 89 Batman, I got a special place in my heart for that because I grew up on those movies. Michael Keaton is still my Batman, still my favorite Batman. So I will grab those. I grabbed the Mezco 89 Batman, and I'll probably grab one of these as well.
Ooh, you grab the big exclusive, and you're gonna downgrade yourself like that, young man?
You don't want to know. I actually bought the limit. I got 6 of those 89 Batmans coming.
Yo, people are hyped for it. Congratulations. I'm a big Dark Knight guy, so
okay.
I'm gonna leave that part
Well, you
there.
got the best ones of that because you got the Joker from the Dark Knight, and that's the best Hot Toys that has been made.
Yeah, I got and I made a kick bash of the other extra body for that. So they keep releasing them. I don't care. I'll keep buying them. They are off the charts.
Do you have? Let's just change gears real quickly. Do you have the Soap Studios 112 version?
No, I do not have that. I've seen them. I even seen the SH Figure Arts. I seen that they added more to that line too recently, and I was just like, yeah. I seen some reviews of it, and it's just missing something for me. The tailoring, as a complete package, it just isn't there for me yet.
That's fair. That's fair.
Right.
I haven't either, but I saw them. I like them.
Yeah, I like them, but not enough to buy them and invest myself into that entire line for them. I really want a company, which we saw at Toy Fair, get into that 112 Lord of the Rings stuff. So they got to build a figure coming out, and I'm quite tasty.
Big Lord of the Rings fan, huh?
Woo, I love them. That's what got me into not hardcore, like getting into collecting. I bought all of them. I got to put a whole thing on my grandma's house. I just put up shelves and just hanging all these 12-inch figures and
I was say,
6-inch.
Did do those back in the day?
Somebody did them. I got them at the house in my storage unit, and I'm just like, and then I got a bunch of like 6 to 8-inch ones. The most expensive ones always are the villains, man, because nobody wants them. Nobody wants them at first, and then secondary market, like you were talking about Hella before. I want to talk about a little miscellaneous stuff. Actually, we got 2 things left because we got the Marvel Legends, which you were hyped for.
Yep, I'm ready for the new waves.
Hyped for that, and we got some Black Series stuff.
I have a mixed relationship with Black Series. I collected them when they first came out. The whole line. I had number 1 through like maybe 50 or 60, and then I started collecting them again when they went to the Force Awakens and they started doing Black Series for those. But they put so many out, and some of them I don't even care about. I've stopped collecting them completely. They're just in a box in my closet. The
failure of all collectibles. And everyone that started collecting the same time I was basically collecting that Force Awaken time, man. Yeah. Those Force Awaken figures are by far the most overproduced, worst line that has been released in as long as I've been collecting. You know, maybe 5 or 10 years from now, a different story. But you could find those Force Awaken figures at retail anywhere you go. Anywhere.
And like, to have 5 different versions of Rey and just change out the lightsaber or the color scheme on BB-8, there was way too much of that crap in that line.
And they're going for, $50, to all the way down to $20. I was thinking about SH Figure Arts, but even the $50 SH Figure Arts to do the same thing, and then you got the Black Series going there for $20. Man, that's a brute. That's a brute. So there was a. Let's just wait a second. Wait for this to come back around. I'll get to it real quick. The Shadow Trooper GameStop exclusive looked pretty freaking awesome. They make these exclusive really good. I seen the Purge from the Purge Trooper from the video game from Fallen Order going for like $100. This Shadow Trooper looks really nice. They have Raven 2. I haven't been able to get that. And then this company, QFig, announces that their Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle line, which people got really hyped for because the statues are like this big and a lot of money. So did you know about those turtles? Did you see those guys up yet?
The only QFigs I have are really small, so I thought they were actually the little 3-inch ones.
Yeah, they are very small, but they're statues. They're original statues of those. They're huge, and they cost $700. And now they got a replica.
These are a reissue in the QFig style.
Yep, absolutely.
Oh, damn.
So they're pretty small. The only QFigs I owned was the Jessica Jones, and I think maybe one other one that came in like a Loot Crate box. I don't know. I gotta see them in store. I did see Turtle in Time in store. I did see those in the store the other day. You see them around?
I haven't. I've been looking. I've been trying to grab them. I have them ordered from Big Bad Toy Store, but they take so freaking long.
Same.
I want to just grab them, so I'm trying to find them, but I can't.
I think I'm just gonna cancel my order on them and just grab them at the local shop because I get a little bit of discount. I paid up front, and they would love some business right now. So
I bet, yeah.
Man, and then moving into something you hit me out. This is all you, right? This is your section. You're the Marvel Legend dude. You came up with these news. You came up with these photos, shared them with me, shared it with right away, and said, boom, I am hyped for some Marvel Legends 2020. These were all going to be 2-packs from what I heard, right?
Yep.
And they were shared from I guess a guy who does the distributing, and he accidentally put up them on the site or whatever, and that's where all the source material came from. I did some background, but hit it up. What do you got here?
So for me, the biggest thing is what's on screen now is the Spider-Man retro wave. I love the retro waves, and so I'm definitely going to grab all of those. The 2-packs for me depend on what they do with Pyro. If Pyro comes in the classic comic book style, I'll probably grab it, but it's a modern Rogue. So I think it's probably going to be a modern, maybe movie style Pyro, and I probably won't grab that if it is. But the Thunderbird and the Warpath, whatever you want to call them, and Storm, that's a major hit for me right there.
Yeah, it's Storm. I want to get the X-Men figures, and I don't really want to go back. So I kind of get up. Who's the chick in the green?
That's a modern Rogue.
Okay, modern Rogue. I don't own any Rogue figures. And are these guys all X-Men or? I'm guessing.
Yeah, so Thunderbird, Warpath, and then Storm, they're from the first appearance of the new X-Men. So giant size X-Men #1. I think those are going to be released in the 2-pack because they're the first appearance. And then the Rogue and the Pyro, I believe, are going to be from the movie. Maybe I'm not sure where that Rogue is from. I just know it's a modern Rogue. So that one I'm not too hyped about, to be honest.
And then, like you said, those before those Spider-Man. I like that. I like that old school stuff. Just grabbing them. Peter Parker with a camera, just sitting there. You got them
like these. The retro wave. It'll look like these on the card back. So it'll have the pictures of the character. It'll have the old school style, but they'll be modern 6-inch. These are like 3.5-inch figures. They'll be modern 6-inch figures. So I love all that stuff.
Yeah, I want to kick. I'm going to pick those guys up. I haven't gotten to the retro wave because I'm just going to throw the boxes out. I just if you're going to peel it open, it's so hard. Because I've seen some of the old school Marvel Legends at Fourth World Comics. I'm like, I don't have it in me to take a knife and cut those old school boxes open. I'm like,
that's how I am, man. Any of the retro stuff I keep in the package. It's just too nice not to. And I think the whole point of those, it's not to give you another version of the character. It's to put it out on that card back. So I think the collectability comes when you keep them mint on card.
Absolutely. And it comes with a comic book too, right?
Not those. Some of the 2-packs might, but the retro ones, they didn't come with the little mini comic.
I'm talking about the other Marvel Legend ones, the ones that are sealed up. The first original Marvel
the
Legends.
Switch is Marvel Legends.
Yeah, the Build-A-Figure
Yeah,
ones.
they have the comic books in there.
That 65-year-old dude, he was telling me, he talks $8 back in the day. Cost $8, Build-A-Figure comic book figure, packaging off the charts. Now at $20, you just get, you get this.
The Build-A-Figures nowadays are nothing like the Build-A-Figures you used to get. The Build-A-Figure Sentinel, the Galactus, and the Fing Fang Foom are still hundreds of dollars each to get those, and they came free with the packaging.
I'm just getting into them now, and I go, what is that on that guy's shelf? It's massive. It's like 18 inches tall. Oh my God.
They're huge and they're nice. Yeah, nowadays Build-A-Figures are nothing like those.
And also getting into the Legends, I want to get the Sinister Six. What do we get revealed? Green Goblin and Electro, right? And I was like, what?
And why Armored Daredevil? That's such a weird character.
I just got into the Marvel Legends thing. There's always some weird guy on every one of them, right? I've been looking at these guys. I'm like, oh, look, that says Fantastic Four. And who's that chick? Okay, that says X-Men. And who's that dude? I just don't know that. But I'm so happy to get a retail one because I'm looking at Green Goblin right now. He's like $60, $80. And I'm like, yeah, it sucks when you have to pay that price for something that's being sold at retail, $20.
Yeah, if you want a Green Goblin figure, get the Marvel Select. The Marvel Select from Diamond has a flight stand. It comes with Peter Parker wrapped up in a rope, and you get the Green Goblin figure. It's $20, $25 maybe, and it's way better than a lot of the Legends.
Oh, I'm down because I know the Select that I got for the Juggernaut. He's big, juicy as hell. He's all articulations of whatever, but he's only $30.
Yeah,
it was a little juicy. And all right, what about Rhino? I want to get Rhino and I want to get Sandman. They got any good selects, or should I just go for the Build-A-Figure from Legends?
Honestly, I think you're gonna have to go Legends for those. I can't think of a Rhino that they've made. And Sandman, they have a Sandman, but it'd be out of scale. It'd be a little bit too big.
There's no such thing with your villains. It's too big. But I will 100% have to go down that route. They're not too bad. I'm trying to bundle them up, trying to, choose some people up on the internet, try to get some ways. I'm like, hey, I know you're going through some hard times right now. You want to make some sales?
Yeah, honestly, what gets me about the secondhand market is you get two different types of sellers. You get the seller that knows they're popular and knows they're worth a little bit of money, so he has them for like 30 to 50. Or you get the flea market guy who got them cheap and doesn't care and has them for $5 in a bin. So
I can't bin shop online, which sucks.
So we have a flea market, not a flea market, but it's like a citywide garage sale around here. And there's two guys that own vintage stores that always have toys, and they have them for cheap, like just old school stuff that they grab from garage sales, and they price it pretty cheap. And I can't go hit those up right now because I'm on quarantine.
Right. And it's funny too, because when you go look at those boxes of bins, they're probably all junk and they're probably not worth anything. But because you're collecting a certain line, a certain series, you're missing that one character that you're like, this will look perfect in my X-Men way. This will look perfect in this way. Like, I need this one dude that I don't even know about, but hey, I found them for a cheap price. Normally you just you'd be doing the same thing. You just it's a bin.
Put in the bin.
Ready to roll.
That's how I used to hunt comic books. So I started, like we talked about last time, I started by being a comic book collector. And you used to be able to go to a garage sale and, grandma, grandpa throwing out a box of comics. They may all be junk, but one or two. They have one or two gems in there, and they just put, $1 for any of them. You could get a good deal. Nowadays, action figures, comic books, anything that they have, if it's old, they mark it super high just thinking it's collectible. So that's what kind of sucks about the change.
Man, that sounds horrible. It sounds horrible. Everybody's in there. Everybody wants to base it off something without knowing the actual knowledge of what the process is to buy, sell, and trade something, which is annoying. Oh, that's going for $25. I'm like, well, you got to ship that thing. You got to pay packaging fee. You got to print out a label. And if you don't have a label, you actually go to the post office and it costs more to print it out there. And then you got to pay for making sure the guy gets it, show it on time, and you get all the fees in, 14%. You got to miss off. You got to take off 30% right off the bat. So you go sell it on there. Sweet old Anne-Marie. Now, we're getting the last thing we're talking about today. I've been actually pretty hyped for doing the podcast as well. I was ready to do another podcast on like Tuesday. It was so much fun. It was fun. I was like so hyped. I was so hyped to do another one. I was like, oh,
It's just rare to find someone that cares as much about toys and collecting as we do. So it's nice to have someone to talk with it about.
Absolutely. To the point where you even had to go, you went and threw up your own podcast, right? More like my toys. So
yeah, I got one. It's not as in depth as this. It's just me rambling for about 20 or 30 minutes, but it's fun.
You wanted to get it out. You just had to get it out. I'm like, yo, I'm almost on the same way. I'm like, come on.
I think we got some good things coming though. In the next couple weeks, we'll have some guests on here. We'll do a retro look back at some of the stuff like Paradox Nerd. You were talking about him coming on.
Paradox Nerd, Zachary. Shout out to my boy Zachary. Screw that dude, Justin. I'll just say right now, Justin Collectibles. He scummed him over Zachary. Dude. Scumbagged him. Straight up scumbagged him.
We'll get into that. We'll have a figure beef episode, and we'll talk all the figure beef we can.
I told him I'll bring him on soon just to get everything out, man. He did him dirty, yo. So that guy Justin's
rest in peace, Mint and Sealed Box Media. They're gone, man.
That's a little heads up for you guys. I hate to share that, but if he ain't gonna do it, I'm gonna do it because you guys think this guy's a super nice dude, and he's over there spitting on another collector like that, literally spitting on him, which is ridiculous.
Trashing his whole year or 2 years worth of work. Just we'll get into it later, but within the community, man, there needs to be a little bit of awareness about that.
Whew. And if no one's gonna share for it, that's what I'm definitely for. And if you down, I'm good. We are going to get into some juicy stuff here. There has been a lot of hot toys that have been revealed over I would say in January. And with that, they had some DC stuff, which we talked about last week. There was one Marvel figure. And then, in my opinion, the greatest line of hot toy figures that have ever been actually revealed and is going in our collection, especially for Star Wars collectors who have been always saying that their Rogue One line is the best line. In my opinion, the Star Wars line of these Mandalorian figures are off the charts from their colors, their designs, how different they look from each other, which made the Rogue One line so sweet. And then we're going to talk about a little bit of the Hall of Armors, the small ones that Hot Toys announced. If they go and announce these guys as Hall of Armors, as 1/6 scale, I am 100% going to be into it. I'm going to start collecting I got a reason. I got to look at it. It looks amazing. It looks so cool. I already got 2 Batmans, and I'm just ready to be like, yo, I'm about to collect some more. So we're going to get it first with the Miles Morales Spider-Man fan. You own all the Hot Toys, correct?
Yeah, and I ordered this the second I could, man. This is one of the best looking Hot Toys that I've seen in the past like 4 or 5 years. This is up there with their Iron Man collection for me.
And you can see, I like what they did there too. They actually posted the entire picture of everything you got. They didn't do that with the Mandalorian figure, the deluxe, where you kind of didn't know everything you got until you saw a picture with everything inside of there, which was great. And I liked it a lot. And I liked it so much that I might even pick up the Kit Bash version that the custom third-party version, rip his head off and add this figure's head in it, because it comes with multiple heads. And I really want to get the most out of it. It comes with so much stuff. It's juicy.
The only thing I don't like about this one compared to the third-party one is the third-party one comes with Nikes, and the Hot Toys one is just unbranded shoes. Like, it's a $300 figure. Get the licensing from Nike.
Yeah, that's rough. $300, like 261, 267 is really high up there. I was like, they definitely cheaped out on that. So kind of, if you're gonna buy the custom one, you get an extra body and you get the Nikes. Take them, throw them on the other one, the official one. And you got yourself something pretty good. And if there's a company on Instagram, it's called Sneaker Co. I think, or Mini Sneaker Co. It's called. And they got 1/6 scale Jordans that I bought from my Jordans, for my Enter Bay guys, and they're off the charts. So highly recommend those guys.
I might be getting some upgrades on my Spider-Man figure.
Yeah, man. Or you just buy that third-party figure, and then you kind of get the shoes, and you got the extra head sculpt. Put the other one in the air, have them flying so you can't see his shoes. And
they give you enough head sculpts and outfits where you could have a completely different figure if you got that third party and just swap the heads. you could have a completely different looking Miles Morales in your collection.
Absolutely. I highly recommend if you're going to pick it up, get that one too. I know it's a little bit of an investment because, you know, you're spending $260, you're spending $300 basically for tax and shipping, and then buying the kit bash, which is it's probably like $100 something bucks. I forgot what it was. I actually never pre-ordered it. There's so much going on because you're getting Spider-Man, Miles Morales, and you're getting him without the mask. So there's so much going on. 2 head sculpts, you got the hood up, unreal. There's so much stuff in there. Just look at that picture. There's so much stuff in there. Unreal. Then moving on to the Batman Hall of Armors. I was surprised, and I give it to the Batman DC fans. They're like, see, you guys think Tony Stark created this stuff? They didn't create anything. They stole it from Marvel. I mean, DC. They stealing our stuff. Batman's been around since 19 whatever, and they straight up said all this. I'm just reading the comments. I'm just like, all right, okay, calm down, pussycat. Batman wants to see all of his armors. Look at this comment with him posting the photos and everything on them stuff. I'm like, whoa.
Well, it's not even all Batman. If you look, one of them's like
Deathstroke,
Bloodshot or Deadshot. I don't know the guy's name, but it's not even Batman. It's one of them's a different guy. So,
man, they were getting juicy on there, and I love it. I absolutely love it. And I like it because, you know, if you buy in the Hot Toy version, you need all 7. You're like, you got to get the 7 Hall of Armors. I don't think I really need 7 Batman ones because I don't know Batman like that in any of the films like that, where I could just be like, hey, here's 3 or 4 or 20. I don't know. I could just make up my own right there. They got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They got 6 on display. Love the lights. I highly suggest you not to buy these ones. They're not 1/12. They're like 4 inches tall.
Yeah, not even 1/12, man. They're like you said, 4 or 5 inches. They're very small.
Very they're trash, but they look so good. Like, I would go buy the older ones that have gone to the horrible films that I don't watch. Like, just be like, yo, look at all this. And
if you notice the Iron Man ones, they did a 6-part Hall of Armor, but with each of the Iron Man ones, they did an exclusive that had a 7th. So there may be an exclusive that gets announced that has an additional Batman suit that isn't pictured. So I'll be curious to see that.
Okay, because I actually own the Hall of Armors, all 7 Hall of Armors out on display. I actually have the War Machine Mark 1 in the one. Just he's like this big. He's like $800 figure. He's like, yo, what's up? I got that from Paradox Nerd. He's like, what's up, bro? What's up?
You have the 1/6 scale Hall of Armor?
Yeah, the 1/6 going right across. Boom.
Dude, that's the best. That's the best way to display him.
Now, if you go on Sideshow, and if you have bought anything or if you know anybody, check to see if you get some coupons, because if they have in-stock items, they give you $25 off. The best way to use them, and the only way to use them now, is to do it from in-stock items, but only do it for the in-stock items that have free shipping. So you get your free shipping and you get the $25 off. So it comes out to $108. It was coming out to $100 before the tax season, and that's how I picked them up. I was just buying them at $100, 100, 100, 100, and I was like, all right, look, I got it, and I had to pay $108 for one of them, but that was the best way to do it, for sure. So it's better than doing it buying the entire bundle. I know that just went on sale, because if you buy the individual ones, and say you maybe want to change the display up or you want to sell one of them, if you buy the individual ones, they come with all of the stickers that you put over the top of them from all 7 armors. So if you buy the bundle, they don't come with all of them. Only one sheet you get to use on all of them. Why, if you buy the single one, you get all 7. That was a lot.
Hey man, you sound like you've done this a time or two, so I'm taking your advice.
Yo, I have a problem. I want to get the best bang for my buck, and I want to give it to you guys to share with you guys. Now, the Mandalorian, they just keep adding so much deliciousness to it. It has everything. It has everything. Do you watch the show? Watch the show. I watched it every episode the day it came out. It made me feel like the first time I watched A New Hope. You know, it wasn't the same, but it gave me that same type of feeling. That's why I think everybody likes it so much, because it harkens back to that original feeling of Star Wars from the 70s and 80s. Yeah, and they kill it with that 30-minute marker, that 45 is at the beginning of it, just like, no, wait, a week? That's not how Netflix do stuff. That's not how they do.
They kept us around, and now season 2 comes out in October. They should release it early for the pandemic going on. We're all at home.
And they said that Ahsoka is going to be in now. So Star Wars beloved by favorite.
My girl, Rosario Dawkins, I think is the one playing her.
Yeah. Whoo. And she's the #1 female Star Wars character from the animated timeline coming into live action. It's going to be crazy adding that in there with so much hype. The greatest part, the smartest thing I've ever heard in my life, in this week at least, was adding that, because for everybody else who's been watching Clone Wars or Rebels, and by saying Rebels, who watched Rebels is the kids. Now, the kids have reason to watch Star Wars. And if them kids see their parents loving Star Wars, or them kids see a Star Wars show and then their parents can't buy them anything, when those kids get older, they're going to go buy all our collectibles. And that shit's going to be the best.
Yeah, I hope we get a sideshow Ahsoka. That's like, we've never seen her in a live action. It's always been cartoon. And with the technology they have today, she's going to look amazing, and the toys are going to be the best.
The best. They don't do SH Figure Arts, don't touch it at all. I picked up the Black Series Commander Obi-Wans, and I'll buy as many as you got. What do you got? I buy them just because I love the Clone Wars show so much, and to see this is the only product you got, you're gonna buy them, and they're so limited at stores. It's a really cool figure. I haven't unboxed them yet, but I just see them in the box. I'm like, wow, I'll take anything Clone Wars. It's an awesome show. Have you watched the show, Clone Wars, or no?
I haven't watched much of it. My son is only 1.5, so he doesn't really get into it. I'm kind of saving those for us to experience together. I know it sounds cheap, but I'm saving that for me and him to watch together, because I'm excited, and Disney just picked up the last season, so we're going to get the whole story, and they're probably going to keep doing more if they're successful. So yeah, I'm excited to watch those with my little boy.
Yeah, they say it's going to be the final season of it. We'll see what's up. Wait till
the money comes.
Yeah, wait till that more money comes. It's nonstop. It's really hard to cut it off like that. And why would you put all this work and they just give us one more season?
Yeah, if you're going to do all the production and get all the voice actors and everything, if it's successful, it makes money, you might as well keep doing it. So,
and to talk about Disney Plus real quick, remember that 65-year-old man I mentioned before? Yeah. He came over. He was like, "Yo, this is what they got to do. Black Widow's supposed to be coming out.
Yes,
you throw that.
Thank you.
You throw that on Disney Plus through the roof.
God,
Disney Plus customer coming.
I didn't know if we were going to talk about it, but they delayed the thing that I've been looking forward to more than anything in 2020, and that's the return of the MCU.
Man, and we can't take delays right now. It is Harper. Like, I can't. Everybody, MCU people, fans have ditched us. Like, I'm the only one in 6 scale, me and TC over there in the 6 scale scavengers. Maybe Paradox Nerd, maybe throwing 1 or 2. Like, there ain't nobody else around. I feel dead. Like, hey, hi. And everybody's like, watch Taskmaster be a girl, and everybody's running around and picking up the figures for the Marvel Legends, and they're like, nah, I ain't want that shit.
I'm surprised Hot Toys hasn't done one. They've already have all the look, the schematic for the character. You could make a perfect character from the movie right now and have it released by the end of the year. But in 2023, we're going to see Taskmaster from Hot Toys from this movie.
Absolutely, 100%. You got to throw in at least one you got to throw in them. You have to throw them in, because what are you going to have a bunch of heroes? Who are they fighting? They ain't fighting nobody if you don't got no villains inside there. Ah, man.
We'll see.
The only good thing about that is they have been revealing at least something that's on both our minds, and that is a Mandalorian with a child Baby Yoda figure. So even though they're not giving us Taskmaster, they're giving us this. And
you get
this thing comes
you get
loaded.
2 versions of the child.
2 different versions of child if you're deluxe. I highly recommend you getting the deluxe. If you're not making the deluxe version, you can put it on pre-order right now. First payment is December. It's $56. I did all the work for you on Sideshow. $56 hairs in December. Put it together. Start selling some chapstick. You can sell like 10 rolls of 10 chapsticks right now for $50. Get out there, folks.
Yeah, don't buy this figure if you're not going to get the deluxe version, because you're going to get it in and you're going to see all the cool shit that you got and wish that you had all of it. And it's not that much more expensive. So if you're going to get it, get the deluxe version and make yourself happy.
Yeah, and I've been getting asked over and over again, should I cancel? Because this is what a lot of you guys, not you guys, who knows? Maybe you guys aren't, maybe you aren't. 1/6 scale people do. They're canceling their original pre-order for the regular Mandalorian for this one. And with that, or they're transferring their funds over to that one by calling up. I highly suggest you not to do that. Do not do that. Reason being, you're getting 2 child figures. You could put 1 for each character.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
Yep.
And because this character is exclusive stuff. Yeah, I usually won't share this with too many people, but it's exclusive, so I'll help you guys out with it. Now, this character is the original released costume that he had. We don't know how many seasons they go for. If this goes for 4 or 5 seasons, and they don't do any like flashbacks of bringing this suit back onto screen, this one is going to be the one that everybody cancels to pick up that one, where there's going to be a limited number of the original wave that was original costume that was released, which is going to be the one that goes up. And it's not about collecting for value. It's going back and buying that one. You're going to want to go back and buy that one to have your entire wave of Mandalorian figures. And that to me is going to hurt. That's going to hurt. So I highly suggest you don't cancel it. Pick up both of them. You got 2 of the childs to put in there. You're going to want to display both of them. We're going to have a Baby Yoda in here and one over his shoulder. It just doesn't work like that. You can't have
you're going to have one in the hover pod and one next to him holding his hand walking. Like, you're going to want both. So save yourself the hassle. Don't cancel your first pre-order. Get the armored suit. You're going to have a nice collectible that nobody else will want for like 3 or 4 years. And then it's going to be like that original Iron Man Mark 7. They're not going to want it, and then a year or 2 later, it's going to be triple the price because everybody's trying to go back and collect it up.
Yeah, everybody's going to go crazy. They're like, oh, no. Oh, they're still doing another season. The show's so good. Oh, the last season sucked, but whatever. But now this one's amazing again. It's just unreal. So I highly suggest you guys don't. And they keep it's rough, too. I see you guys. If you're a Star Wars collector only, I bow down to you because they gave you so much Mandalorian Hot Toy stuff. That's all you need all year. There's so much great stuff out there where you're not going to need to buy any multiples like the one trooper. You're not going to need to buy multiples of them. But normally I would because there's the lack of it. But because there's so much coming out, it's unreal. And Hot Toys did something what they normally don't do, and that's keep up with actual current trends. They usually give you like these, hey, we have this. Even though, well, like Superman, like here's Superman, even though Superman's not even Superman anymore, coming your way. Like, how stupid does that sound?
Well, I mean, in 2020, and multiple companies have revealed a 1978 Superman Returns figure this year. It's like, what?
Yeah.
What? Let's announce stuff from modern properties. I mean, you can make a Superman figure from 78 anytime. You know, let's focus on what's coming out now. Whatever.
Yeah, 100%. And Hot Toys is the biggest thing with them is, when does this come out? First payments in December, folks. I think there's 5 payments on there. So you're looking at June, July, August. The only problem with it is I don't know how they're estimating the dates for these during the virus still going on. Like, how are they out there estimating these dates? That is the question. I got no theory on that.
Be optimistic because even Randy from NECA is saying that the current outbreak won't affect the Ninja Turtle exclusives for Walmart that are supposed to come in April or May. There's no way. I don't feel like there's any way that they'll get here by April or May if everything's being shut down like it is.
Well, Walmart's a little different of an animal, folks. They probably have their own country. Just sitting there with just workers, just who knows? Like, I don't know. They're crazy. They're probably paying the robots in just like oil and gas. Like, hey, you want to work, yo? That's crazy. And I'm not very happy with the Walmart chase for anything. It is.
I hate going there, man.
Man, I think even after this whole thing's over, I'm still gonna wear a mask going into Walmart. It is brutal, yo. You go, where do they find these cartoon characters?
Yeah.
And these are just the customers.
Yes.
How they go halfway?
Yeah, you see some crazy, outlandish stuff here at Walmart. I'm in Texas, and there's 4 of them within a 5 to 10 minute drive, and they all have their own unique flavor. Man, they're not the same.
My boy Bearded Pop Hunter, he calls it that's the white Walmart. And I die laughing. He's like, because that's what you're getting from there. Just like when you go to the hood Walmart. I'm like, roll up, bro. Let's do it. But I think this week was awesome. This was a great week for some reveals. Funko definitely is the one that really killed it because they continue to give you actual product in your shelves. Like they're like, hey, your orders are coming in. Emerald City Comic Con pops are coming in. The Black Widow wave is hitting stores slowly but surely. Punk, you're on the camera, by the way. Yeah, you're right there. So 100% they're hitting stores. You got to be first, either be at 8 a.m. shift or you're going to have to be at the 8 p.m. shift. Yep. They're working behind the clock. They're working 24/7, basically nonstop on that, which is shout out to the drivers.
Yeah.
Shout out to the cashiers. Those are the real troopers. They sitting there, no mask, rolling this shit up. Like
everybody.
Unreal. Like they are totally unappreciated. Just the cashier.
And there's the guy at GameStop with 1 or 2 people that enter the store all day, and he still has to be there.
Yo, he's sitting and grinding. He's just like, why is this even this? Why is this life? But at least they're giving him opportunity to make a paycheck. I know my girlfriend's going to work. She still has an opportunity to make a paycheck. But damn, it's a rough out there. You want to add anything else?
That's it for me, man. This has been a lot in this episode. Even though it's shut down, a lot of stuff is coming out. And when we start getting the new NECA waves and the new Marvel Legends waves, there's gonna be a lot more to talk about. So even with everything shut down, we're gonna keep putting out content, keep putting up episodes. So I'm happy that there's still news to talk about.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm an addict, straight up. I went to 27 stores just in 2 days during a damn crisis because I just want more. I can't help myself. Just like you guys, I think about toys all damn long. I said, oh, what's that? Oh, I never knew they had to make that. Especially when you get a new line. I'm like, oh, they didn't make that. Oh, let me go review this. Let me go review that. Let me go watch some videos. Go check out your reviews. They are awesome reviews, very detailed. He gives you, that 50,000 subscriber content on there, but he only has 3K subscribers where you can go there. You can ask some questions. He'll respond to you. If you have a problem with something or you have to ask, or something technical is not working with him, you go out there, you go hit him up. It's one hell of a channel. I'm going to be honest with you. I found his channel maybe 6 months ago. I was going to steal his review concept and just use them on my channel because it was so small. And I told you that before.
So what about you, man? Any closing thoughts, last minute stuff you want to throw in there?
I'm excited to see more of what SH Figure Arts did. They went out there. They gave us a little announcement on delays or what's taking place. I want to see I want Mezco to continue adding to their like X-Men line.
Yeah.
Instead of giving us that ape, whatever. I want to keep adding to the X-Men line. I'll take a Rogue. I'll take all these guys. I'll take any of them.
I talked about it in one of my podcasts or a video that I did on a review. But like, think about the money that they could make if they did a deluxe version of Colossus with a silver skin, the classic costume. You could charge me $150 for that, like Thanos, and I'm buying 4 or 5 of them. You can do the same thing with the Juggernaut, right?
100%. I wish they would just throw a Hulk for like a regular comic book Hulk at me. Like, hey, if they did that, I wouldn't have to go buy the red Hulk. I'd have to go order the freaking green Hulk and the gray Hulk because I know I have a $100, maybe $120, maybe $150 figure, up to $180. Hulk, the best Hulk figure I can buy. I have to go out and buy 3 other ones because of you not doing that. And that hurts me very much, deeply. Like, I just want to buy the best quality of the figure, and no company released it besides Sideshow as a statue with Wolverine, which is dope. So,
have you gotten the Ragnarok Hulk?
I don't want no MCU stuff. I got the Hot Toys still in the box, sealed. Like,
oh, you have the Gladiator Hulk from the Hot Toys?
Yeah, and I got the Thor too, Gladiator Deluxe.
We might have to work out a trade because I need those. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about that, my man. I was gonna say they made the Mezco Hulk from Ragnarok, and it's actually really good. It's a great figure, but it's got all that crap on him. So if you just want a comic book Hulk, it doesn't work. It doesn't work at all.
And there's no SH figure arts really for it. There's just the legends, and it's very frustrating because all they have to do is just take the stuff off them, just paint them up, and just give it to us. Just give it to Hulk is hot right now. I don't know how.
We already got the molds.
Yep. I don't know how and why I'm so addicted to Hulk right now. It's you YouTube reviewers and you guys posting crazy stuff that just be like, wow, that guy's picture on Instagram. He has all 3 of them. And then he throws in the San Diego Comic-Con one. I go, like Ken Pool Live. I seen this deal. I was like, yo, look at all these guys' Hulks. I'm about to get me some Hulk.
I wish they would do this one on the retro card because I have the gray and the green with the smashed pipe. I needed the 3rd version of the Hulk on a retro card, man. They won't do it.
I'm smashing that retro card gray one coming in like this. Whoosh. Grab that pipe, put them on display.
Man. The only thing they need to do with Hulk is a Mr. Fix-It. There's no Mr. Fix-It out there. Do you know who Mr. Fix-It is?
No, I'm not. I have no idea.
So he's a gray Hulk he wears like a mafia style suit and a fedora.
What?
Him and Wolverine work together in Madripoor in part of the comics in Japan. But give me a Mr. Fix-It, dude. It's a gray Hulk in a suit. Like, that's a perfect action figure.
There's only 2 things that come in mind. The Thing and Raphael. Like, well, did you guys just copy each other? Like, yeah, it's all I do, man. And when you said Mr. Fiskit, I'm expecting an accessory, as you were mentioning that, by the way. I was like, oh, what's this Mr. Fiskit accessory that you're going to explain to me? And it was the actual, it's a character. So
yeah, dude, it's just a version of the Hulk, but he's a badass version of the Hulk. And I think a big giant gray Hulk in like a tuxedo would look amazing in an action figure.
That sounds dope. We'll rip it out of it. They got some cool custom stuff out there. That would be a great GPS spot. Throw up that little custom on there because you get a nice cloth coat and jacket. That's what I'm into. I like that cloth. I don't know what it is. I'm not into that, the plastic.
Nope. That'd be soft goods.
Yeah, soft goods is where it sells me at. So we're gonna finish this up here. It's been an hour and 10 minutes. Only an hour and 10 minutes. Pretty good. I thought it was great content. Hope you guys enjoy it. We'll see you guys in the next one. Hammer out. Marvel. Boom.